Let's take a deep breath in. And a big sigh. Just sit for a moment and breathe. And just for a moment, check in with your body. Chest is up slightly. Feel the temperature. Breathing slowly and easily. Find the breath coming in and out of the nostrils. Notice any scent. Listen carefully. Listen through your sense of smell. Noticing any taste. Be aware if there's any taste at all. Conscious of touch. Feel the touch of your tongue. Take a moment with your tongue. You know, the tongue is so important, but we don't usually think about it. What is your tongue in contact with? How does the bottom of your tongue feel different than the top? Just aware of touch coming through your face. Through the touch throughout your entire body. Feel the touch of your hands and feet. And be aware of temperature. Are you comfortable? Are your hands and feet the same temperature? Continuing to breathe slowly and easily. Noticing space. How much space is around you. Even with your eyes closed, you have a sense of space. Be aware of rhythm. Just take a moment. Are there any subtle rhythms? There is the rhythm of the heart and the rhythm of the breath. We are creatures of rhythm. Breathing. Slow your breath down. Breathing nice and easily. And be aware of sight, even if you have your eyes closed. Can you see colors? Can you see light? Continuing to breathe slowly and easily. And understanding that by calming your own relationship to your consciousness, you are sending a calming radiance into the world. Breathing slowly and easily. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listening carefully. Take that nice easy sigh and sigh it out. Chest is up. Let the breathing come back to normal. Now, one of the most important times in practice is right after you complete it. Notice any sense of afterglow. Eyes opening. Thank you for doing that, if you did it. So, I want to congratulate you in being alive during this time. I know that sounds crazy. Maybe it is. But I want to express my gratitude, and I'm really happy in a sense, because I know that you were meant to be great, that you are great, and I know that you are separating yourself from your greatness because of something that you're afraid of. Yeah, and by the way, thank you for listening yesterday, and I really want to express that, what I have learned to do is to see myself as spacious. Miles Davis, and that's not that's not my belly. Miles Davis said the key to music was the space between the notes. The space between the notes. If there's not enough space between the notes, you have chaos. So, when you are truly authentic, like the lilacs don't have to do anything. They just be in your presence, and you're just aware of this beautiful aroma. When you're truly present, you don't have to tell yourself what to do. You'll just know what to do. Stop having the person who doesn't know how to drive the car. Your ego is not who you want to be driving. Understand that if you come in contact with someone who has an extremely charged ego, if you're not at least equally committed to your values, or even more committed, what will happen is that you will be sucked into their reality. So we need to step up like you are the crucial person. We need to step up and understand that what everyone is doing is thinking that they're relating to reality when they're actually relating to their own emotions. There's a baseline emotional homeostasis. Homeostasis, where your weight is regulated, your temperature is regulated. Homeostasis is not your friend. Homeostasis will try to keep you 700 pounds if that's where you get to. That's why it's really important to apply this to your values and to do things like the 10 state changers. Write a list of 10 things down that are calming and soothing to you. If you're in a safe place, walking is a great one, with a brisk pace. Baths, cold showers. We have to de-escalate our own self before we can de-escalate the world. I have the ability to like people who generally are not liked. Maybe because of my own experience. However, it's just really important to understand that a charged ego charges the egos around it. I don't know. Are there any really super egotistical people in government? I don't know. But understand, if a person is obsessed with their separate self, if someone comes up on you and they're going to brutalize you, you have to stay within your power. By the way, things in Minneapolis, I'm not at my home right now. I'm at a friend's home. I'm doing it in his sanctuary. I'm doing this in his sanctuary. There is a saying that I'm told was an old Arab saying. I fight my brother unless our cousin is there. Then we fight our cousin. We fight our cousin unless the neighbor is there. Then we fight the neighbor. We are in union with our neighbor if there's someone from the next town. Then we all fight him. And it goes on and on. What are you worshiping? worship is really about where you dedicate your energy. Where do you dedicate your energy? Is it love? By the way, if you dedicate your energy to love, that is a pathway to power. If you're dedicated to tribalism and separation, that's really just the destruction of the world. Some people feel that. But when you step into that power, when you understand the power of love, when you understand it, you find your purpose. And your purpose is not to have a good time every day. I always think it's funny, when I see casino billboards. I don't always think it's funny. Reframing, be accurate in your speech. But when I see these billboards for casinos, they have the people that are supposed to be having a great time, but they'll be like, they look like they're being tortured. We need to calm. And when we find our purpose, we end up in joy, because joy is your purpose. When we find our purpose, we get access to abundance, even in a space of deficit. I always tell you that my values are kindness, compassion, joy, and positive indifference. And those are my values because at a certain point in my life, there was none of that. Zero from anybody. But it's time for us to stop feeling sorry for ourselves, and it's time for us to look in the mirror and understand, even though it's understandable when people are damaging to other people, hey, faultlessness and causelessness means that it's a mathematical equation that doesn't start at that person. It actually goes before that person. But it's time for us to be honest with ourselves, to look in the mirror and be honest with ourselves about how we've handled ourselves in this last few years. Have you been leaving horrible notes on Facebook? That's helping to stimulate these. It's time for us to understand that compassion is what makes us human. It's not just because we can think. What good is that if you are living in a fantasy and trying to make the world be what you want it to be? But we have to have compassion for those people. We have to understand that we have to come back together. We are no longer what we were. I came to Minneapolis. When I left Chicago, I was like getting out of prison. When I first graduated from college, I was reading the book The Stand, and it was part of it was set in Boulder, and so I was reading it the week before I graduated, and I don't think I even heard of Boulder, but I just hopped in the car and I was driving. I got there, eventually got a job in a gas station. I'm not proud of this, but I knew nothing about cars. I was completely, anyone who knows me would attest to that. So this is back in the full service days, and someone would come up and I say, "Hey, what can I do for you? Do you want me to fill you up? And, oh, will you check the engine? I'm okay." I go around, open the lid, stand there for a moment, close the lid. Looks good to me. I've been robbed several times in my life. I've been robbed my entire life. But I've been robbed by, at gunpoint. I was working at this gas station. And then I was in the back room, and there was a cashier. And the back room was actually to the sides, so you could look to the right and see the counter and the cashier. All of a sudden I hear, No, I'm not a gun person, but I watch TV. that time, I'm reading my book like this, and I hear that sound, and I just went, and there was a man there with a ski mask, and he had a shotgun. And the cashier is immediately like, freaking. So I come walking out of the back room. I say, "Hey, welcome. What can I do for you?" And then I started listing everything. We have the deluxe car wash. We have cartons of cigarettes. And then when I did that, this guy suddenly started laughing. Before that, it was super tense. When he started laughing, he was just like, "Okay, man, just give me the money." I said, "Yes, sir. Have a nice day." Utilize your skills. Learn some new skills. Develop the ability to calm just a little bit. All you need to do is calm down just a little bit. Understand manifestation practice. Understand that what you feel with intensity becomes real. What is it you feel most intensely? Subtlety is more powerful than intensity. And we in this world, and particularly in this society, are now into this idea that by being very, very forceful, we'll get what we want. No, you won't. Because the country will blow up. Even for countries from around the world who are helping to ferment this, it's not going to do them any good. This is a closed system. If the United States implodes, the world will be devastated. And the pieces that other societies get to pick up, we live in an era, and it's really the whole time of our being, we live in an era where people's egos are so charged that they can't even listen to each other at all. They're not even talking to each other. And these governments around the world, it's the same thing. We have to understand that there is a sickness in us. But we can shift it. So today, I would like to ask you to do some Tonglen practice. Tonglen practice comes from Tibetan Buddhism. This mission, should you choose to accept it, is to do some Tonglen practice. So let's practice it. Sitting up tall. Understand, you can have your eyes closed or open. Understand that relaxing the jaws is very, very powerful. The jaws are always telling you the truth. You may ignore the tension in your jaws, but they're always speaking to you. Breathing nice and easily. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. And a big yawn. Enjoy that yawn. Breathing. Sitting up tall. Relaxing the jaws. And understand that when the jaws relax, the hands are also invited to become soft. Clenched jaws often have themselves connected to clenched fists. Breathing. When we relax the jaws, it's an invitation for the heart to open. Let your heart open. We have a deficit of open-heartedness in the world. Breathing. Breathing nice and easily. Relaxing the jaws. And understand that when you relax the jaws, it changes your relationship to your neck and shoulders. When you relax the jaws, the shoulders tend to become, they won't be so up, they'll just let go. You don't have to know what to do if you're present. You'll just do. You'll do the right thing. Relax your jaws, breathing nice and easily, and relax the center of your forehead. Just find the breath. Relax your jaws, finding the center of the forehead, nice and relaxed, breathing. Now, I'm going to ask you to imagine the light of the sun. Light is always in the present. And begin to draw that yellow light from the sun in through the center of your forehead and down through the crown of your head. Yellow light streaming in. Feel it. Feel that yellow light streaming in and healing and soothing. Breathing nice and easily. Now we need to help, we need to support others. Breathing nice and easily. Chest is open. Begin to imagine a shining white star right at the center of your chest. Allow that light to illuminate the world. Breathing nice and easily. Now, I would like to ask you to breathe. See if you can remember what I look like. Breathing nice and easily. Now shining that white light out of your heart, continue to draw yellow light through the crown and through the center of the forehead, shining white light. I would ask you to shine that white light around me. Feel that white light shimmering, glowing, and notice my face with the glowing light around me. Imagine my face brightening. When your heart shines, your face shines. Breathing. Breathing nice and easily. Now, bring the yellow light through the forehead and the crown and shine out white light against someone you truly, around someone you truly love, a family member, an animal. Surround them with white light. If it's an animal, allow yourself to see the animal smiling a little bit. White light is protective. White light is protective. Shine white light around someone you're very concerned about. Don't forget, you have to keep breathing in the yellow light to shine the white. Breathing nice and easily. Breathing nice and easily. Now bring in the yellow light through the forehead, the yellow light through the crown, healing your energetic vessel, and shine white light out of the heart. But this time, that light surrounds you. It's shining. White light is a shining force field. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh. Oh, I just kept you all day today. Okay, listen. It's time for you to step up. Stop holding back. Stop lamenting. Is all you do complaining about what's going on? It's time for you to step up. I'm here too, man. But you got to do it as well. Because in your dream, you are the most important individual. In your dream, you are responsible for changing reality. I'm going to ring the bell. Listen carefully. I just really, again, would like to leave you with, have the courage to have a positive expectancy. Don't be afraid of being disappointed. Have the courage to find your purpose and understand that it's related to love. Have a great day today. We need you to be in joy and in positive indifference. If you are not in positive indifference, that means you are hating your life. Bringing my hands together, and I bow. And I bow to those who have suffered so much. Namaste.